Welcome back to Spitballin Cards. In today's video, we're talking all about 2024 Top Series 2 and our set review of the product. So, my name is Scott. We have Ty, Phil, and Chris in this episode. Jeff is not here. We were chatting about this prior, so we're going to summarize everything we discussed about this set and more. And the first thing that we were talking about were the rookies. So, Chris, can you give us a summary on what's going on with the rookies and the rookie short prints in this set?
Yeah. Well, as always, Topps is going to be weird. Topps is going to Topps when it comes to Series 2. They're going to do strange things. So we do have regular base rookies for Yamamoto and Imanaga. But the offensive rookies that I think we were really excited about, Jackson Chourio, Jackson Merrill, and Wyatt Langford, they don't have base cards in Series 2. Instead, they have short prints. They have SPs, and we don't know how many they're going to be. So we could be looking at a bat down print run, or we could be looking at a Vlad no number print run. And we don't know. We won't know until cases start getting ripped, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I made a video on my YouTube channel about the top rookies. And this is before they actually released the checklist, but they had not announced that there was going to be short print rookies. So then I released a second video with the 3 short print rookies and all the other rookies. And now I found out today, potentially, I'll share my screen so you can see it. There actually might be a Jackson Holiday short print rookie that they did not highlight on the checklist or on the Topps Ripped website. So this card also might be in this set. And if it is, I don't know if it's real or fake. It's a very interesting card, very different than the other short prints. The other ones are all batting images and action shots. This one is very not consistent with what they picked. If that's the case, I'll have to make another video about the top rookies. Do you like these short prints? Do you like that we're including Wyatt Langford as short prints and then they have a flagship rookie and update? What are your thoughts? Ty, what do you think?
No, I mean, in general, I'd like to see them have the base cards come out as the first release. I've always thought it was a little quirky to have just a short print if that's the release pattern, and then you're waiting for an actual, what are we waiting till update for their just actual, base rookie card. I don't like the inconsistency. I think you got to stay consistent from one series to the next. Just get the rookie cards out. And then if you want to have, an image variation or something else that's SSP, I think that's cool. But to do it this way is a little bit weird.
Yeah. I feel like short prints historically were short prints, at least the Bryce Harper rookie, because they wanted to have a super short printed card in there. And at least with the Bryce Harper rookie, they made his update rookie card a debut card. It did not have a base card in update. And that made it so that Bryce Harper card is the best. But the thing you're losing is you're losing parallels, you're losing image variations, you're losing all sorts of stuff off of it. And I think it hurts both. Phil, what do you think about
it? To me, flagship's been dead for a number of years now. So it doesn't really matter if the SPs are in here or if they're not, if they're, if they held out all those guys for update, Langford, Chourio, Holiday, and Jackson Merrill. It doesn't really matter that much to me. But, I guess as a guy that didn't pre-order any yet, I kind of wish that they hadn't put those guys in so I could buy the product for a little bit cheaper. But last time I checked, cheapest price I saw a few days ago after the SPs were announced, I believe, I think it was about $79 a box. I have faith that number is going to come down to maybe mid to low 70s if you're patient. But I don't know if that's going to happen because we didn't talk about this yet, but Wembanyama and CJ Stroud are going to have autographs. It looks like in this product. It was announced over the last few days. Do you guys have the same understanding or no?
I heard that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe Stroud will have his own. CJ Stroud and Wemby could have duels. These aren't necessarily licensed cards, right? Teapot. But they could command quite a premium, and maybe Fanatics is realizing that baseball is broken. So just, continue to put Wembanyama cards in baseball sets, which I'm sure Chris loves. For me, the last few years, the only flagship card that I would ever buy from the last 2, even 3 years worth of products at this point, talking about flagship here, is the black parallel and nothing else. So whatever they do with all those other cards, as long as somebody like Chourio or Holiday doesn't have multiple black parallels, non-debut true rookies in multiple flagship sets, which probably won't be the case, then I'll be able to live with it.
Yeah, like they did with Otani in 2018. That was brutal. Series 2 and update, you had a flagship rookie. But I guess my question for you, I hear you loud and clear, Phil. Flagship is dead, but is it dead as a consequence? Not dead, but that's Phil's wording. But is it more dead as a consequence of them doing this, though? Like, you know how cool update would have been if everybody's true rookie, all these top players had Paul Skeens, Jackson Holiday, Jackson Churio, Jackson Merrill, and more Jacksons, but all these different players in one set, and those are their true flagship rookies. Wouldn't that be a good product that isn't ruined by Series 2?
All right, before we say Series 2 is ruined, I just want to go back to that Jackson Holiday card. I am hoping it's real and I'm hoping it's not at the same print run as the others. Like Scott and I were talking earlier, if that's like a super, super short print or even, Lord help me, an SSSP, I mean, they're referencing the famous Billy Ripken card from 1989. It says fun face on the bat barrel. Like, that's a fantastic idea. I love that idea from Topps. Would it be better if they'd save that for his gold mirror and update? Probably. But if they crazily super short print that card, like maybe there's only 100 of them, that would drive people insane. I would love that. It would almost make up for those stupid Wembanyama at first pitch autos, which is another idea, by the way, I do like. But it looks like they're all stickers, which it rains on another good idea.
Yeah, people are really excited about this card. I'm going to show it again. We skipped over the fact.
Yeah, you didn't punch in on the.
Yeah, we skipped over the fact that this card is a throwback to the Billy Ripken card. And I actually will show you both side by side here, right? So this one says Fun Face instead of the other historical version. But this card is probably one of the most iconic airs ever. I would say probably the most iconic air. And they tried changing it with a black box, a white box. They tried to do all sorts of things to get rid of it. Fleer's a company. So it is a cool card. And it would make no sense for this to be the random short print. This absolutely should be the super short print where there's 100 of them and that's it. Because this card would go for huge money. So
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so I just want to talk about what the SPs, Scott was saying, the SPs, when they do this for rookies, it kind of hurts update. But those SPs get real hot when they come out. And then by the time update comes out, they tend to just disappear. People lose interest. Like in 2022, Topps did this with Julio and Bobby Witt. They also did it with Torkelson, but sadly, I'm sorry, Teapot, no one really cares about Torkelson anymore. It's almost an RIP situation. So just some quick numbers. So Bobby Witt's SP in Series 2 in 2022, there are about 1,100 subbed to PSA total, 650 gems, and that card is basically $200 and under. But his update SP, which is kind of referred to as the mullet SP, if you can picture it, there are fewer at PSA, 878 total. There's more gems, but there's about 300 fewer graded, and it does sell for about $50 more. So that's definitely the card people want more of. And with Julio, it's kind of similar. The update's like just slightly ahead, but there are way more Series 2 for Julio Rodriguez. There's almost 2,000 at PSA, whereas there are under 1,000 updates. So I do think if you love these rookies, you're better off going after the gold mirror when that comes out at an update.
Yeah.
Unless these images are particularly fantastic.
And one thing with the gold mirrors now that didn't really exist in 2022 is they had multiple layers to the short prints in 2022. That will not be the case in 2024 update because I'm pretty sure gold mirrors are limited to like 200 to 250 at this point, maybe 300. So really short printed, there's only one version. There's no multiple layers. So it's pretty clear that that's going to be the best short print, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
There's a lot of downside right now going, making a YOLO bet on any of these Series 2 cards, just because we don't know what's likely to come. And going back 2 years, I think that's when Topps, before Fanatics, showed their true colors with the Series 2 SPs, as we've talked about already on this episode. We didn't know at first how many there were going to be. And I think they surprised the upside with the print run of those Series 2 short print cards. And then everything else came out. So for Witt, and I know you're just talking about this, Chris, but for J-Rod, a lot of people were questioning, like, what's going to be the J-Rod card to own? Is it going to be the Topps Chrome SP? Is it going to be the Series 2 SP because he came first, even though it's got like a weird jersey number? Is it going to be the logo fractor? I think there might be a little bit more clarity around that situation now. But with Witt, between those three cards, and not including the one you just showed, I don't know. It just gets even more confusing. There's almost like way more downside than upside if you're to make any serious buying decision. Investing decisions, collecting is one thing, but you know what I'm saying, right, Scott?
No, I do. Absolutely. And even with the Acuna, that all happened with him at like peak COVID hype, right? Like obviously 2018 happened. That was the card in 2018, but it really exploded, it felt like, because of the pandemic boom. And I think that the Series 2 short prints, in my opinion, I will never buy a Series 2 short print unless it's super short printed, like we said, potentially with that holiday. I don't think there's really any reason you're going to spend that much money and get the better card in the Golden Mirror at this point. And I'm assuming they're going to be pretty common, if I had to guess. And it ruins it because there's no parallels of any of those. So it's even the upside of opening the product's not as good as it could have been.
Scott, what would you prefer? Which F word would you prefer on that bat? What's going to sell for more money? What makes that card special, right?
Yeah.
It's the F word, and it's the wrong F word. So in this case, was Matrix 2 better than the first one? The sequel's not usually better than the originals, mostly.
Yeah, great point. Ty, do you have any final thoughts on the whole rookie short prints and the Jackson Holiday?
I don't think so. I think you guys covered it. I would like to see that the holiday, if it is a real card, I'd like to see it even shorter. Like really, like it's one of those super, super rare SSSPs that comes out and I don't know, maybe there's like 35 of them or something, you don't see them and then they show up and really you only ever see 18 of them in the first 18 months hitting, PSA, and that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we see, Chris, you can speak to this. This is your bread and butter, but like you just bought a Mike Trout short print, right?
We did. We traded for one. Yes. Yeah.
Traded for it.
16 update. Yeah.
And those are like ghost cards. And maybe you could take a second after this to tell us about it. But if this card was that rare and Jackson Holiday becomes as good as everybody thinks he could be, you'd have to imagine it's $5,000, right? At that point.
Yeah. I mean, I think that 16 update Trout, the rumored print run for those is between 10 and 20. There's 3 known copies that exist across all grading companies. And a PSA 10 sold for $2,500 within like an hour of it being listed. So I would say if there's that low of this when Jackson Holiday takes off, I mean, this will be like the Bryce Harper sliding Topps Chrome at SSP from 2012. Like it could, the sky's the limit. But if only Topps would be that cool, right? I think it's more likely, like you said, we'll get 10,000 of them, but it'd be amazing if we just get 50.
Yeah. Short prints are being bastardized a little bit. And I feel like you are a huge short print lover. How do you feel about short prints in the last few years?
I mean, the more products they're in, like the less, I don't want to say less interested I am. It's just, I get less interested in those other products because they're just kind of like, they're diluting the brand. Like Topps Chrome had short prints in base Chrome, and then they had short prints in update Chrome, and half the checklist was the same. So, I mean, they're just diluting their own cards, which is, unfortunately, it makes the Golden Mirrors maybe better. It just makes them stand out a little bit. Maybe they're the only ones worth getting. And the Stadium Club ones always look great. So those two are always going to be desirable, at least for me.
Cool. Well, any final thoughts on these rookies, Phil? I think you might have something.
Yeah, it's interesting because as somebody who watches a lot of product get open over the last few years, like I've noticed a serious trend happening where it's so much harder to hit a good or rare card of a good player. It just doesn't happen anymore because the expansion of the checklist, the expansion of the image variation, all these other subset checklists. So, but they have to create more product, right? And actually, there are some really cool chases that we didn't even talk about yet in this product. Juan Soto, so we talked about it, I think, offline about how Juan Soto might be on the cover, but he doesn't have a card on the base checklist. But he does have several Yankees autographs. There are also dual and triple auto pairings that are actually pretty good. There's the Reverence Patch auto checklist, which looks pretty solid. According to Blowout, there's also some Mickey Mantle relics. So there's the cut autographs, right? So Mickey Mantle, Wagner, Ted Williams, not any crazy like presidents or Ty Cobb or Ruth or anything like that. But I mean, there's potential from this product. There's definitely a lot of chase potential. So, I mean, you got to hand it to them, given, the tall order that they have to create enough product and enough hits to make everybody happy. The investors, which they don't really care about, but the people opening the product, right? To give them something to look forward to.
Yeah. And the one thing, Phil, with everything you just said, not to be Debbie Downer, but Chris pointed this out earlier, they are all stickers. The multiplayer autographs, the triple autographs, the cuts are obviously cuts, but that is the one thing I don't love. The only like real card of value that is on card is going to be the reverence patches, which are really cool. But even you can see the CJ Stroud and Victor Wembanyama, you can see it is a sticker autograph. And you would think that this could be remedied a little bit, but they just haven't done it yet, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I assume the 1989, not the silver packs, but the 89 insert autos, like those will be on card as well. Those just look amazing. I like
Do
those.
you guys think that Topps, knowing they've prioritized trying to reduce the number of redemptions, has led to a shift or could lead to a bigger shift more towards sticker autos? Because they're saying, well, we don't want to wait to get the on-card stuff, and we have this stack of sticker labels, so we're just going to use these, and then we can keep touting that we don't have redemptions.
Oh, Ty, please don't feed my nightmares anymore. I can't even fathom a world with more sticker autos. It's too hard.
I'm asking the tough questions, you know.
I think yes, Ty. They actually introduced a new set. I wonder if it's on their page. I don't think it is, but it is a product. Also, I wanted to show Phil. You talked about these cards. Here they are. They are stickers. They're great, but they are stickers. If that bugs you or not, but it's a dual autograph set. I don't know if you guys know the name off the top of your head, but it's literally a product that has dual autographs as the only autograph. So you have like 5 packs with 1 autograph, and the chase card is on-card autographs. It says 1 in every like 10 boxes is an on-card autograph. So they're recognizing that we don't want the sticker autographs, and they're transitioning to saying that the on-card autographs are the chase. So they know what they're doing.
Like Byron Buxton on-card.
Some of those high-end products are brutal with those names.
Yeah. There's still like, go ahead, Phil. Sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just going to say that. Did they have the hot dog parallels in Series 1?
No. Series 1 was Easter.
These are the new holiday parallels, the glizzy.
Yeah, so hot dogs 1 out of 21 blaster packs. And then there's, Statue of Liberty, beach umbrellas, sun, fireworks, and waves. Okay.
So
cool.
every product has, at least every flagship product has a holiday. So Easter is Series 1, 4th of July is Series 2, and then Update is Halloween. So those are blaster only. I think they're kind of fun. I actually thought the Easter ones looked really bad. The Halloween ones look pretty cool. So we'll see how they look.
Oh,
the other ones.
That's funny. I thought the Easter ones looked a lot better than the Halloween ones.
Did you like them? Maybe it's because I like them.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought the Easter ones looked surprisingly not tacky. Like they actually some of them looked kind of cool, I thought.
And they need to innovate that hot dog card so that it smells like a hot dog. So when you open up your pack, you are just hit with the smell of a hot dog right away. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Maybe number those to like 5 or number those to 10. That'd be amazing.
If I don't have nitrates on my fingers, nitrates.
Right. Just make them scratch and sniff at that point.
Can we say something somewhat positive, even though I'm usually not one to say stuff very positive? I will say that Topps Chrome should have a decent base checklist. I don't know what that means for the print run. I don't know what that means for the autograph checklist and how large it is this time, and if it includes non-rookies this time like it did in 2022. They got away from that in 2023. I don't know if there'll be 2 autographs per hobby box. I'm assuming they're going to stick with 1 per regular hobby, and instead of 5, go with what they did last year with 3 autographs and a jumbo. They'll probably have some sort of a Breaker's Delight box again. But the players in Series 2, I mean, these names should presumably all be in Topps Chrome base checklist, including Jackson Holiday, I think. And so this product comes out in about 6 weeks, so right around the time of the National. Today is June 10th that we're recording this. And the players, and if you've seen Scott's video, you've probably gotten most of these names in the first or second video he made on the checklist here. Holiday, Torio Langford, Yamamoto, Shota Imanaga, Jackson Merrill, Junior Caminero, Pete Crow Armstrong, Heston Kjerstad, Jordan Lawler, Mason Wynn, and Jung Ho Lee are some of the names. So it's decent, and there's a lot of hitters there. And certainly towards the top of that list, a lot of hitters that have underwhelmed so far. So
I think there's actually a lot of potential with that rookie lineup. Like really, if they all were in Topps Chrome, plus you have Ellie De La Cruz and the other Series 1 rookies.
Dominguez.
Dominguez. It's a good checklist. Like it's pretty strong. I don't want to change the subject. We'll go back to this, but I just wanted to show you where I got that from. Here is the Collect Dynamic Combos of your favorite big leaguers on an elegant gold embellished design. Every card features a dual subject. look for on-card autographs 1 in 10 boxes. So
What is this product?
Dynamic Duos.
Dynamic Duos.
It's Dynamic Duels. So, but they're touting on-card autographs as a chase now, which is stupid. So.
Yeah. While at the same time giving us sticker autos of like Wembanyama in a baseball product. But I will say, I'll be positive for a minute. There's 2 cards I'm really, really excited to see. One is the Yamamoto Golden Mirror. Like, it seems like a slam dunk to put him and Otani on the card.
Yeah.
We'll see what they do. I don't know. I know Imanaga's is him putting on the Cubs jersey at his press conference, which is a pretty cool card too. But Otani is going to have his first Dodger. Well, the bad news is his first official Dodger base card is just his team set card reused with a different number on the back, which is just infuriating. Topps knows that Dodger fans, baseball fans want to see Otani in a Dodger uniform, and they just won't give it to us in a good way. It's frustrating. But his gold mirror, that's probably the card I'm singularly most excited for. I'm hoping they do something with Betts and Freeman on that card. So we'll just have to wait and see until the first one gets pulled. But I'm excited for that card. Like, legitimately excited for that card.
That'd be really cool. And I'm interested. Well, one thing I want to note is I'm pretty sure, and Chris, tell me if I'm wrong, that card is just a photoshopped image of another Angels card. So he doesn't.
I don't know for sure, but it kind of looks like it.
I'm pretty sure it's an Angels card that they photoshopped, Angels image. So he doesn't even have like an actual Series 1 or Series 2. He had the Series 1 short print in a Dodgers uniform that was airbrushed. And this one might also be. So I have to wait till update for the actual first image in the uniform that's live. So
it will never not be funny to me that they put Soto on the box and then there's no Soto base card. Like, his first real Yankees card it's not even in the product. Like, it's just so weird. That's a trolling move, I think. Like, they know people want that and they're just not going to give it to us, and that's kind of funny.
You muted yourself.
Fix that.
Start talking. Phil will edit in right now.
Yep. Okay. Ty, I don't know. Did you see the Acuna special insert set, the 4070? Have you seen any mock-ups of those autos? Because I know they're supposed to be autos, and if they're stickers, just tell me now so I don't get excited about them.
I mean, I'm assuming they're just going to be stickers of the base design. It doesn't look like there's a good signings. I don't know. That's what I would assume. I'm assuming they're going to be stickers, which is obviously really disappointing. But yeah, the insert design, I don't know. I guess I'd want to see one in hand, and there are parallels. There are some golds, reds, and platinum 1-of-1s. So maybe some of the parallels will look kind of cool, but the design doesn't actually excite me that much, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, the first image I saw, I was a little disappointed as well. But if the autos are on card, I might have to track one of those down. But if they're stickers, I'll just gladly.
I have seen a lot of buzz on Instagram from different Brave selectors about that set and the autos, and saying like, I'm going to have to try to, get the entire set or whatever, which would be pretty bold to try to chase down, but we'll see. I'm assuming the worst, so maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised.
We can hope for that. Yeah.
Well, DealerNet, one of my wax sources, shows that wax prices are on the upswing today. So, and that would be indicative of, I think, with the Wemby inclusion. So a lot of sales today between 68 to 75. And now we've got people paying 77, people still paying 73. Actually, you know what? This doesn't really show much. So we'll know more in a few days.
I would argue, Phil, that the boost in volume and sales is probably more from Jackson Holiday, wouldn't you think? I think people are really talking about that card that they see.
That's true.
I think there's a chance that card is going to be the hottest card of 2024.
And that's actually today's news. That's the newest news. Wemby was a few days ago. So yeah, that makes sense.
Who else is on that first pitch auto checklist besides Wembanyama?
Let me look. So I found the checklist. Here is what it says. So let me see if I can make this bigger at all. The 2023 first pitch autograph variation is Mallory Swanson. It's Dansby's wife. She plays soccer.
Yep.
And then Mike Towers. I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
And then the dual autograph down here is Victor Wembanyama and CJ Stroud. So I think that's it. Oh. And there's an individual Stroud. That's a play ball, though. But
Mike Towers is apparently a Puerto Rican rapper and singer.
That card's going to go big bucks.
Man, I don't hate it, but imagine like someone, I don't know, if you spend what's a jumbo box cost you right now, Phil? What's the going rate for the hobby jumbos?
Somewhere around like 180.
Yeah, you spend 180 and your auto in the box is Mallory Swanson. I feel like that might anger some people. I'm not saying it would bother me. I mean, I like her. I like watching the World Cup, but man, I could see that being someone might be sending a letter to Topps.
Mallory Swanson autographs are pretty expensive online, more expensive than her husband's, believe it or not.
I do.
No offense to Dansby. Yeah, let's see if I can find the last base autograph. It's sold for. They go for like $50 to $100, so not bad.
Better than most Series 2 autos that you.
Yeah, you're probably dead on there. Yeah,
definitely.
All right, I retract my complaint.
Okay, so what are we all most excited about? Let's go around before we end this. Say what we're most excited about, and then we'll say what we're least excited about. Ty, go first. You got this.
What am I? I'm strangely excited about seeing the hot dog parallels, and I just always enjoy ripping a hobby box whenever Series 1, 2 update any of them come out. So just to get some more of the rookie class in hand and see if I can actually beat the odds, the very, very long odds now, and actually get something good from ripping a box.
Okay, Phil, what do you think?
I think I'm most excited about Bowman Chrome. Just kidding. I'm most excited about the cool design. It's back, guys. We liked it with Series 1. We gave it high grades. We got crushed by our viewers. You know, they didn't approve, but I like the design a lot.
Okay, Chris?
All right, outside of the cards I already talked about, there are 2 cards on the base card checklist, if I could say the word card more, that I am really intrigued by. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but they're going to have gold mirrors, which is going to be cool. So cards 401 and 481 are both listed as Freddie Freeman, Los Angeles Dodgers combo card checklist. So I am, as a Freeman fan and Freeman collector, I want to know what those are, and I want to know what the gold mirrors are going to look like. Hopefully they're not just like the same image 1 second later. But those 2 cards are really intriguing to me. So I'm excited for those.
Could that be a call out to the doubles that he had last year?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. It could be 1 card with him and Betts, 1 card with him and Otani, 1 card with him and Enrique Hernandez. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But I need to know what those 2 cards are. Cool.
I'm excited. Actually, Ty, not to copy you. I'm excited for the fireworks parallels. I think those could look really cool if they do it right. The whole thing's like I don't know if you're familiar with Pokemon cards, but there was a set that's called Legendary Collection back in 2002. And in that set, they had reverse foils. They had the holographic and they had reverse foils. And the reverse foils look like fireworks. And they're some of the coolest cards. So if they can do something similar to this, I'll be stoked because they're really shiny and cool. So
is that like a frozen fractor?
No, they really do look like fireworks when you move them. So I hope Topps is something cool like that, but we'll see. Okay. Any final thoughts on Topps Series 2? What would you rank it? Scale of 1 to 10. On 10, you have to open this product. 1, skip this product. Where are you at?
7.3.
Okay, pretty high.
I just need to know more about that Jackson Holiday card before I can give an actual answer. Like if it's rare like we hope, then yeah, it's probably worth it. I hate to be like Phil, but just to buy a couple boxes to hang on to. But if it's really common, I mean, if there's like 5,000-10,000 of it, then I don't know. I wouldn't waste my time.
We all hate to be like Phil, right, guys?
I know. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel right.
All right, Phil, what are you rating it?
I mean, I'd love to rip into them right here, but the nice thing about Series 2 is they usually don't print as much of Series 2 as they do with Series 1, which comes out right before the season starts. So they really capitalize on that hype. So at least you know that. The checklist does have a lot of guys that are undervalued right now. I think they're probably still overpriced from a Bowman Chrome Auto perspective, but the flagship parallels won't get as much buzz like 3-4 months from now after the product hype wears off. But Langford, Chorio, Holiday, all those guys have underperformed, right? What's Chorio doing, Scott? Pull up his
he has
-1, 70.
Yeah, -0.1 WAR right now.
Yeah. So there is some upside there. Yamamoto could be special. Merrill's pretty good player. He's like 20 years old. I mean, I'd have to give it, since I gave Series 1 a pretty decent score, I'd have to give Series 2, unfortunately, a B+ or something.
There's also Gunnar Henderson. I forgot to mention this. Gunnar Henderson has his second year Gold Cup cards in here.
Cool.
So that gold mirror should be pretty cool.
Yeah, they could do something really cool with it. And gold mirrors are always kind of scary because either they're the coolest cards or they're like just the biggest disappointments. Let's cross our fingers. And Chris, I think you're converting all of us a little bit to care about the images more. So
To your point, by the way, Phil, about pack odds or print runs, I just pulled up the Series 2 versus Series 1 pack odds. So Golden Mirror in Series 1 this year were 1 in 474 hobby packs. I believe this is hobby. They don't do a good job with their column headers. That's hobby, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 1 in 474. 1 in 217 for Golden Mirror in Series 2. So
about 40 to 45%.
That's just yeah. And then let's see, the true photo variations were 1 in 677 in Series 1 hobby and are 1 in 310 in Series 2. So looking like maybe
ratio.
Half.
Hey,
yeah.
Ty, look at the black parallels. Those are hobby exclusives. Hobby and jumbo.
Sure.
That's a good indicator.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. Plus those
base
are numbers.
cards.
I mean, we're mostly going to be chasing those hot dog cards, though, right? So
Base cards
obviously
black.
out of our budget.
Let me see. Black. 1 in. Hold on. Base cards. Okay, 1 in 248 in Series 1 hobby, and I just had it here. 1 in 172.
Wow,
Series 2
significantly
hobby.
less.
Yeah.
Significantly easier to hit.
So that's pretty. It's nice. You could actually.
Okay,
you know,
so the biggest reduction was probably in retail then? Is that what it sounds like? And that would make sense, I guess.
Well, it went from what was it for the black, Ty?
The black dropped by about 75. It was 1 in 248 down to 1 in 172.
It didn't get cut in half like the other ones.
Yeah, they didn't get cut in half. So that's interesting. So I mean, maybe they're just printing more of the golden mirrors. There's lower print run in boxes, and they're printing more of the true photos in the golden mirrors.
I hope not. Again, that would be another worst case scenario. Yeah, hopefully they just chop the whole print run.
It looks pretty negligible. I mean, obviously the print run must be just less in general by about 30% or something on hobby boxes at least. But
what about the gold parallels, Ty?
that's what I was trying to find, but it's hard to search this checklist. Actually, I have it right here. Base cards gold, 1 in 16 in Series 2. And Series 1
That's
was
better than Series 1.
Well, yeah, that's exactly half. 1 in 32.
Yeah.
This is hobby. So
okay,
we'll take
Yeah.
it.
Crazy.
Any
I'll take
insights
it.
from any of the
Nice.
viewers, please
Yeah.
drop them because
Yeah.
we clearly haven't done the research.
if anybody hits any like numbered Jack Flaherty's, it should be in his Tigers uniform. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll be looking for some of those for my collection,
Especially the hot dogs, right, Ty?
especially the glizzies.
He's like a top 10 most overrated player in the game, right? Based on some surveys.
I don't know who's voting on that other than the guys who are getting struck out multiple times per game by him.
Yeah, it's probably just the most unlikable players in the game. That's
He's
why,
very likable.
Well,
certain guys show up there.
Jack Flaherty almost led a coup in the Players Association. Did you not hear about that?
No.
He led that. So there was like this big thing where they tried to oust Tony Clark and put in the minor league guy who negotiated the minor league to be a part of the MLBPA. And Jack Flaherty like really led that and pushed for it to happen. And then he said he regretted doing it. So I think he might just be in players' bad favor, like Phil said.
He's a gamer.
His stuff's not that good. He's just overrated. Even though this year he's really good.
He's awesome.
All right, guys. Well, let us in the comments down below what you're excited about. If you want to give us your score, let us know your comments on what you think this is going to be like. And other than that, we will see you in the next video.